So here we are, all
So
three
here
of
we
us.
are, week 5. We ought to probably talk about the holidays coming up too. I'm sure
You're going to say the Holocaust.
We have the
almost
Holocaust coming up.
spit out my drink.
Tomatoes.
Why
Thanks.
can't we get Gary Busey on here with us?
Turkey gravy every day.
I would be starstruck.
I would too. I wouldn't know
love
what
him
to say.
so much.
He's the best.
It's like I would just want to hold his hand and be like, "Oh,"
Yeah, I don't blame you.
and he could just talk to me about buttered whatever.
Yep.
I don't even care. You
That's the way it
be
works.
you, boo. You be you, boo.
That's the way it works.
You need to accept people for who they are and where they're at.
Well,
I
depending
thought
on who they are and where they're at. Have you not seen the buttered sausage clip? I love it. Just
Man.
like I love honey. I kiss it on the lips.
Time to live and time to lie.
Oh,
No, I
I'm
mean,
dying.
at that roast, he's up there and he goes through. I can't remember all the things he said, but it's like he came to a moment of clarity. He goes, "I'm Gary Busey, man," and it's just
Wow.
loved it, man. It was great.
Well,
And
he was great.
who is it?
I thought he was a great actor. You know, I liked him as Silver Bullet and Predator and all the other movies he was in. I thought
Oh,
he was
yeah.
a great actor. I love that guy.
And that
He-
Baldwin guy, have you seen his videos? I don't
The
know
Baldwin-
which Baldwin
which
is the
Baldwin?
youngest
Oh,
one.
Stephen
The
Baldwin.
one that likes to kill people, or the crazy Christian guy, or the
Stephen
Baldwin
Baldwin. It's probably
No,
Stephen
the
Baldwin.
conspiracy one. And he wears a hat. Is it Steven?
It's Stephen Baldwin. Yeah.
because Billy. I think Billy's the crazy
Let
one.
me tell you. JC hasn't seen him maybe. What do you think, Tommy, about those? They're serious sometimes. They're not hilarious like Busey's.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look at Randy. Is it Randy Quaid?
Well, I know who Randy Quaid is.
Randy Savage is the best Randy.
Well, I mean, you've got he was the one on SNL on Saturday Night Live with
who?
Randy. Was it Randy Quaid? I always get them mixed up.
Randy Quaid wasn't he in
Independence Day?
Yeah. And all the freaking National Lampoon.
Yeah, Uncle Ed.
Yeah. He was He's Cousin Eddie.
Yeah.
Okay, I know who that is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uncle Ed had a banana phone.
If you ever
I haven't seen any of his.
He's kind of off the charts.
Well, he wasn't Men in Black.
He's something else.
Yeah.
Like he when he was in Independence Day, he kind of played himself.
Or maybe it was Independence Day.
Yeah.
Maybe it was Independence. I'm telling you. Do you know what? I read an article today because I don't know what browser you use, but I use Edge. Okay. It's like, it's easy. It's fine. Whatever. And whenever you open it up, it's news and it's, the algorithm. So, you get what you like, whatever.
Right.
And there was an article from Live Science, I think was the name of the site, that said the Earth is starting to spin so fast, the clocks are starting to show signs of not being able to keep up.
Well, that's good. Then I'll look younger. I'll look even younger.
That's right.
Not kidding. I wonder if, hang on. Let me look.
Maybe they can spin it backwards.
Yeah.
Like Superman
Like the way Superman did. Yeah, like
Let me tell you something. There's a conspiracy theory out there, and I mean fringe, that it is actually the clocks that keep us locked into this time and why we can't go back forward and, why we can't hop time.
It's because that constant ticking sound.
Because something to do with the atomic clock or I don't know, whatever. But yeah, it keeps us locked. And if we didn't have it, we could easily time travel or go and see our future. It blocks a lot of things, I guess. I don't know the details because that wouldn't be a theory I'd follow.
Yeah,
but I like reading about it.
I was reading a thing that said that past, present, and future might be like three other dimensions that we exist in. Basically.
Oh no, physics has proven it. Yeah, it is. We know this, and that is why they're saying this clock, this main clock, is keeping us locked in this.
That's it. I'm going to set all my clocks backwards and see what happens. I'm going to play with fire
to the clock.
Yep.
I live by
I'm gonna
people make
manually
appointments
put
with
the
me.
check.
I gotta have a clock.
See, now at work, I give the clock the finger every day. When I show up,
Yeah.
when I go to lunch,
Yeah.
when I come
Yeah.
back from lunch, and when I leave for the day, I give the clock the finger.
Yeah.
That's how I get paid.
Tommy is the one pissing off time and keeping us locked in on this.
That's right.
Right.
He probably created the Mandela effect thing too because he pissed it off so bad.
He's got it all.
Like, you know what? Well, I'm going to disappear the cornucopia, and then when you figure it out, you're going to be really frustrated.
What's the latest one? I just saw one yesterday or the day before. Hang on, let me think. What was it? Oh, Back to the Future movies.
Yeah.
This guy is like, this is Michael J. Fox, blah, 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 blah. We all know him, Back to the Future, blah, 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 blah. He says, this is a DVD I just bought today. And it's like, was this other actor that looks exactly like Michael J. Fox? And it really isn't Michael J. Fox.
Eric
This is the new Mandela. Did you see it?
Eric Stoltz filmed a few scenes because he was originally going to be in Back to the Future, but they changed it.
And they're trying to convince people it's the Mandela effect.
Yeah. It's like those clips have been around because they filmed a few scenes with Eric Stoltz.
Can't believe everything you see, people.
Oh, I believe it all.
Gaslighters.
Huh?
I believe it all. Wrestling is real.
Russians are real.
Real drama. Real drama
is real, man.
Real
Russians
drama.
are real.
Let
me tell you something. The
serious.
athleticism that they display, that is real.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The storyline, not so real.
Come on out, Tedley. It's time for your weekly beating.
Says
That was a
Macho
great
Man.
episode. That was a great episode of Space Goes Coast to Coast.
Yeah, I love that.
Randy Savage played Grandpa Space Ghost.
Wow. All right, should we get this show on the road? Oh, wait. Do you know what we're talking about, JC?
The Neighbors.
Project Bluebeam.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I need to pay more attention. I forget everything. Fuck.
So I thought if you'll allow me, Tom, because I know this is definitely your subject, but I got the basic rundown just to bring everybody up to what Project Bluebeam is. There's like a list of, it gives the 4 steps that's supposed to be, this is how Project Bluebeam's supposed to, so it's just real quick.
Go ahead, take the helm.
All right, I'm getting ready to announce.
Drive the car. Go ahead, hit the gas.
Welcome to the Mystic Podcast.
Hello,
Episode
everybody.
5 already with Tommy Nine Toes, my little brother, and my brother from another mother, the popcorn popper himself, Jace.
The Renaissance Man.
The Renaissance Man.
Yep.
Season 2, episode 5. 5 weeks we've been doing this already.
All right.
Doesn't feel like it to me.
No.
Anyway.
And we got a lot of stuff to talk about, not just on this episode, but
Every
other
episode.
episodes.
Yeah, thank goodness we're in the time we're in because there's no lack of nothing to talk about.
That's right.
There is plenty of stuff going on.
So what are we going to talk about tonight, Tom?
Well, if you saw the last episode number 4, we were told everyone we were coming back on this episode to talk about Project Bluebeam. And I will let you have the helm there, Michelle. Tell me all about Project Bluebeam.
For anybody out there who isn't familiar with Project Bluebeam, which really, come on, are you living under a rock? I mean, everybody knows about Bluebeam. Stephen Greer talks about it Everybody talks about it. But the theory proposes that these global interests, often including NASA and the United Nations, secret society, or elites, are planning to stage massive supernatural or extraterrestrial events using advanced technologies in order to deceive the world, dismantle existing religions, cultural, national structures, and impose a one world order, which are words we've heard in the news, and global authoritarian government. Now, here's the rundown. This guy by the name of Serge Monast, Monast, whatever. He published or presented this idea around 1994 in a work called Project Bluebeam and NASA. He argued that NASA and the UN would carry out this plan in several phases. Now, here's where it starts getting messy. Monast died in 1996, 2 years later,
because he knew too much.
of a heart attack.
Right.
And of course, people do believe and suspect that he was silenced. And if we have been watching Weaponized, we know that this is common practice at this point. Things like that happen all the time. I digress.
Well, that's what they did to that Dan Schneider guy for sure.
I'm telling you. So here are the 4 steps. Here are the 4 phases that we're supposed to go through. The first one is discrediting existing religious doctrines and archaeological deceptions. This phase would involve generating fake archaeological discoveries or manipulating knowledge to cause people to doubt established religious beliefs. Number 2, gigantic space show, holographic projections. Using advanced projection technologies, which we know exist, holograms, laser projections, perhaps even satellites. They project images into the sky tailored to the predominant religious or cultural expectation of whatever region it's projecting over. A figure from that religion's religion, so to speak. These holograms would then speak in the local language. The idea is to create awe, confusion, panic, or belief in supernatural phenomena. The third phase, telepathic or artificial communication. In this stage, thought manipulation or voice in the sky technologies, which we know exist, are supposed to make people believe messages are coming from gods, aliens, or divine sources. This might include mind control, mass hallucinations, etc., etc. And the last stage is the supernatural, ultimate deception, and global crisis. And Greer, I think, talks about this one. This might involve a staged alien invasion or other catastrophic event. The emotional, psychological, and social chaos would supposedly justify the creation of a one world government or collapse of national sovereignties, unified religion. The idea is that after this manufactured crisis, people will accept a global authority as salvation.
From how religiously I grew up, I really think that if they try to convince you that your religion is not real, I think it'll backfire, especially on some of the more fundamentalist religions like Islam and some of the like where it's like the national religion or whatever, and it's their whole life. They're not gonna go for it. They're gonna go against that. Especially since these theories are already out there, that they're gonna try it.
Yeah.
Because
So what do you got, Tom?
What if it's the Mahdi? You remember that guy?
Yeah.
that guy's the Antichrist. That guy's the Antichrist, Tom.
Well, I'm just saying, what if that's where he came from? Maybe that's something that they put out there. He's the what do you call it? The red herring. If we can,
I would think he'd be bigger. I would think he'd be bigger.
But I think it might have backfired because people like because.
Well, I think he's one of them
anywhere anymore.
I think he's one of the many, because they say there'll be many antichrists, like antichrist like people. I think he's probably one of them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know that Greer has said Project Bluebeam exists. The people that have been interviewed so far in Weaponized have said Project Bluebeam
I'm
exists.
sure it does. Like, I mean,
Well,
look
it
at how many times these theories have been around about government projects, and they're like, "Well, that's crazy. We wouldn't do anything like that." 20 years later, oh, well, yeah, we were doing that. Of course, we were doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, and the thing is,
Or they gave
I've seen-
syphilis to people deliberately without telling them, and we think they won't shoot some lasers in the sky.
right?
Well, and wasn't Tommy saying something either last podcast? Remember the cities floating in the sky?
I was just about to say that up there. I think they're over China. They showed like these mansions and these big cities and these skyscrapers in the sky, and they're like projected up there.
Yeah.
And it's like, they're test running that, and they're doing it. People
yeah.
like going,
It's plausible.
and it's a lot of people, especially with the rise of AI now, they're probably like, oh, that's AI generated. That's just a AI generated clip when actually they could be actually doing it.
All of this stuff is just more reason not to believe any of it.
Yeah, a lot of smoke and mirrors.
A lot of smoke and mirrors.
It just comes down to smoke and mirrors with Project Bluebeam. I think that's what the whole thing is. I mean, I think if we as a people just, stay.
I think Bluebeam's the last resort. I think they've gone into the West, and they're trying to disrupt the government so that it can be overthrown and taken over, and then they'll probably try to unify it that way. And if they can't get it done, which I don't think they're going to be able to do, they're not. It might work in some places, but it's not going to work across the West. And it's going to be a big problem. But I don't think it's going to be successful. So when they finally figure out that they can't do it that way, and they can't go through it that way, they'll probably go to something like Project Bluebeam or something like that. There might be another step in between, but
see here, I don't know, because Stephen Greer, and of course he also is just giving caution as well, or a warning. If you go and look at he's got a podcast that he talks on, and he talks about, he's like, they're going to say that the aliens are invading us, and they're not. Don't believe what you see.
Either
that, or maybe Mr. Greer is a sleeper agent for the aliens, and he wants to get us in our underwears. Which is different than getting us in our underwears, hopefully.
Well, I know. Who can you believe?
This whole thing with 3-Eye Atlas. That's another one. A lot of people are saying that because they'll show pictures of it. Why is it glowing green?
I'm pretty sure.
Is it really glowing green? I can't say I've seen a legit picture yet. I don't know.
I've actually seen a picture. They showed a picture. It was like green. I don't know if they colored it in.
I saw that too. I don't think those are real pictures, Tom. I don't think they're showing us real pictures. I think that's all AI stuff.
I don't know that we've seen real pictures.
Yeah. I think that thing is probably, as much as it would be interesting to be something else, I bet it's going to just go and keep going by. And
it just occurred to me, AI is to blame and also is to be thanked for the fact that Bluebeam won't work, because we're not going to believe anything we see anyway.
Yeah, like why should you believe a video anymore?
Right? Oh yeah.
And really, it can't be much longer before courtrooms are like, yeah, we can't accept video evidence anymore.
Period. Yeah.
Well, I know. I mean, even earlier, like in the 2010s, I think in the early 2000s, they had on Facebook, a thing would pop up where like there's like a UFO flying through, and then they have like an F-16 fighter jet flying after it, and people are like, oh, I filmed it. This happened above me, and blah blah blah. And like it was like real close, but I mean,
they probably didn't get
it comes out there as CGI.
Yeah.
It was CGI.
They might have got an F-16 and just threw it in a 3D program and added something in front of it.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's probably a CGI. It's probably a computer generated.
Like I can do that. That's not even a hard thing.
But you can tell that.
Not always. Not if you have good assets and good.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll see like there's like blocks. Like if it's in a black background, you'll see like the blocks. If you watch the old Star Wars, A New Hope, when they were first doing the computer graphics, the computer.
They were doing blue screen.
But like you can kind of see there's like these squares
Mhm.
surrounding the like the Millennium
Yeah, you see,
Falcon,
yeah,
and it's like a lighter. It's like there's black, and then round closer, it's like a light. It's like a
right.
gray almost.
But see, that's not the way it is anymore.
Oh, I know it's better now.
It's like,
Technology's a lot better. I'm just saying that's but still you
Well,
can
yeah, like
still see
somebody
it.
knows what they're doing and can make it, and you're really not gonna be able to tell very easy at all.
the thing is,
Right.
though, how many people do believe what they see?
Too many because they don't know better.
Well, Missouri
Why
is a
did they
show state.
refuse to listen? Why did they refuse to listen?
Probably the same
Well-
reason they smoke crack all week.
I don't know. I mean, it just isn't in people's realities.
Well, I think it's
Well,
just
nobody thinks about that. Like the normal person doesn't have time to think about this stuff because they're too busy with their family and their kids and their job and
Yeah.
paying the bills
Living,
and
being
their
plugged
yard
in.
work.
Yeah,
Yeah, they don't have time for any of that stuff.
yeah, yeah.
there are a lot of times
So
they'll just
so when
too
yeah
much
so
in.
when, yeah so when something comes across the TV, they're just like, oh well, that's interesting, and then they think it's however it's phrased to them, they accept.
Well, I think also it's the fact of, I mean, just like here, there's nothing happening here. Where I live, there is nothing happening. Nothing.
Yeah. What? For Sales, Missouri, I mean, I feel like it's a lot of times it's the the county seat, but it's still kind of middle of nowhere, Missouri.
Yeah,
Really.
there's nothing happening
It's
except for our government taking away everything.
it's only like 10
Oh,
minutes
and what's
away
with-
from the lake. And here well, here's another thing. We talk about time and that the atomic clock maybe is keeping us from going forwards and backwards.
Uh-huh.
So the thing we talked about maybe the last 2 episodes on here, the Boogosphere,
Yeah.
I was watching the thing, and they were talking about that there's like some runes or some writing on the Boogosphere, and they're calling it Proto-Sanskrit, which would
I
mean
saw that article.
and that would mean this is a language. This is like before Sanskrit, which is already a dead language.
I know.
Yeah, I knew that there
saw
was
that.
something that matched the language, but I couldn't remember what one it was. That might have been what I saw.
What's that?
I saw something a couple weeks ago that said it matched some old language. But I couldn't remember what one it was, and that might have been what I saw.
Yeah, it was. They were calling it Proto-Sanskrit.
Proto, like then that means before. Yeah.
It's like the
Oh,
beginning
I-
of Sanskrit.
Apparently, the resin, those little dots on the front where it looks like a little circuit, and that has this little circle dots on it. Apparently, the resin is in those dots, and they were holding like fibers that are similar to fiber optics, and so they dug some of that resin out, and that's what they tested.
Oh, interesting.
But with the Boogosphere and the time travel and stuff, it's just like we were speculating. Is it a drone from from wherever, another dimension or something?
Well, and
You know?
the Springe. Okay, so here, yeah, I've got it right here. It says there's a connection with the recent drone sightings. Link recent unexplained aerial phenomenon or drone swarms, especially in the United States, to signs that Project Bluebeam might be getting implemented.
Yep.
That the drone lights, glowing orbs, etc., are taken as possible holographic or projection tools.
It's
Test
very
it.
possible.
We're gonna need something physical for people to believe it, like not just like a ship that you could manufacture and say, look, it's real, but like a being. There's gonna have to be, if there's an alien, they're gonna have to be somebody like that you can see it is real for people to really believe it, I think.
And honestly, you would need a drone swarm to project a voice because you're going to
Well,
have
yeah.
to have some sort of speaker.
Because they
You
do.
know?
There was somebody who used drones instead of fireworks last 4th of July. It was like all
Well, you
their
can do-
fireworks were drones. And
You
it's
can
like,
do Project Bluebeam projections from drones. They'd be small enough and high enough you wouldn't be able to see the drone. They could project lasers from each drone, and then they don't even have to have anything on the ground to do it.
no, yeah, they wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean,
But it has to project off something.
Yeah.
It has to project onto something and reflect off of that.
Well, I think
So,
they can just use clouds and water particles to bounce it off of.
yeah.
Well, they were using drones in the Winter Olympics that was over in Korea.
Yeah.
And that because they had a bunch of drones going on before that, before that Olympics, and they were doing a bunch of different things. With drones would fly around. They would make, they'd spell something out or something, and they had the lights. They kind of had a light show, but it wasn't really like projecting an image or anything. But I mean, that
Well, Bluebeam is also connected with HARP and MK Ultra.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think what happened in North Carolina was because of HARP. With that hurricane coming up there, and
Oh, the one that gave everybody $400 for all their shit.
yeah, here's
The one who
$400.
went through Appalachia.
Yeah. Yeah. And then they give it is such a slap in the face. They did that to the people in Hawaii. They give them what, $700? They
Yeah.
give those people $400. But if you cross the border illegally, you get $3,000 every month for nothing. And it's like, come on, man.
How do we know that? Do we know that?
Because
How
they
do
come in with their cards, and they'll, if you know anybody like that, they'll show it to you. They brag about it.
Where are they getting it from?
They're the programs. They come in and they just go sign up for programs, and I don't know where you do it, but they do.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I could never get these answers when I ask.
Yeah, I know. I believe
And it's
you.
like, okay, I know that I can't get Medicaid. I had to prove I was an American. So there ain't nobody getting Medicaid.
Well, they don't get it. They get it indirectly from Medicaid they go into the hospital, and then when they can afford, because the hospital won't actually turn you away.
Right.
If you can't pay, then and you're an illegal, Medicare gives hospitals so much money to cover that kind of stuff. So it doesn't go directly from Medicaid to the person, but it goes through the hospital as a third party to cover expenses like that.
Okay. That makes sense. I don't know. I think a lot of it's to divide us.
Yeah, well, it is, and these things like far more touchy to some people than to others about the money and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
so if this goes down, October 29th, that's the next date. I don't know what that. I don't
Way to go, Tom. You're all your fault.
No, not the 29th.
That's
all
It's a
your
very
fault.
special day.
That's
about
the next. So
It should be a global holiday.
what do we do? I mean, what are you going to do? What I mean, all jokes aside, what are you going to do?
Honestly, I mean, you can.
So what
prepare
about the
for
people
it.
around you? It's like, are there people around you that are going to believe this?
I
Is
don't know.
happening
I
for real?
think the best thing you could probably do is start breeding rabbits so you have something to eat and run a garden.
It's a little late for that, I think.
Maybe chickens.
Yeah, I got a lot of peacocks.
Yeah.
It's like cooking a turkey every week.
Because if something happens like that, it's going to change everything. The world will just go nuts, regardless of whether they believe it or not. Some people are going to freak out and do a whole lot of stupid crap, and probably a whole lot of people will, because
just like when the plague hit.
Yeah, well, yeah, like if something shatters your reality, like like all of our lives, for most normal people, aliens are dumb. It's not real. You're stupid. And then all of a sudden, there's a spaceship in the sky, and everybody believes it. Then you look around, and your whole life's changed, and it's like, well, we're really specks in the middle of a big nothing. And what do our stupid laws mean? Nothing, because we're all going to die, and in 20 years, hardly anybody's going to be around that ever even knew us. So it doesn't matter what I do. I'll just go take what I want.
I'm just going to start stocking up on toilet paper.
Yeah.
That was a problem.
I think it'll cause a lot of
during the
problems.
trial run.
It'll break a lot of people's brains, I think, if they try something like
There's
that.
supposedly, I heard a psychic predict today, I think it was on TikTok, so it's true, that there is going to be another plague.
Well, this is bound to happen.
Yeah.
Another virus.
Well, they have
and it's
to.
going to like coincide with.
Isn't
with
it the third seal when the
something-
angel pours a bowl into the rivers and they turn red, and then plague happens? The four horsemen start showing up, and
I don't know. I'm not aware.
oh no. Well, if
The
you see an
trumpets
angel pouring a
happen-
bowl into the river, then that's time to get worried.
But it's like, I don't know.
Well, the swarm of comets that are around the planet Earth,
If they're
Yeah.
comets.
Huh?
We can't get the truth. If they're comets, are they comets?
If they're comets, who knows?
Yeah, I mean, they might not even actually be anything there for all we know, because they have not provided a legit picture.
It could be a distraction of, oh, hey, look
Another
over
thing-
here, comets.
Another thing, if you look at all the pictures, like the photos of Earth from the moon, like all of the pictures of Earth from space, none of them look like a real picture. They all look like computer generated or made in Photoshop or something. Like none of them look like an actual photo of our planet. None of them. I didn't realize that until somebody pointed it out. But if you like go and look, you'll be hard to find one that looks believable.
I don't know.
So I don't know. Like I really look at the pictures that come from space, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And then that whole thing about the Mars program in Greenland, it looks just like the Mars surface, but you throw a red filter on it, and Greenland looks like Mars.
Yeah. I've heard many, and there's some places over here too that people speculate. I don't know. I know we know things that we probably only knew from being there. So I'm going to stick with my story of I do think we were there. Do I think that we were shown reality of that? Man, I don't know. But I know we were there.
And I know that.
And we were told not to come back.
I know the moon lander looks like something I wouldn't ride the Topeka in.
Yeah. I don't know. I know that the world is full of deception
Yeah.
today. Full of deception. Now, how do we deal with this with our kids?
Just tell them look at everything and look at it again and really think about what they're showing you. And
Yeah, as every day we send them to the sanctioned educational program.
Government approved education, which is the stupidest. I mean, that doesn't even sound like a good idea. Like anything government, it's like,
Max is in 3rd grade, okay? And I was helping him with his homework. It was math. You got to be joking me.
Common Core?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
And
I'm like, why are they making everything so unnecessarily complicated?
We had one that they brought home.
the
Have you seen the number line thing they were teaching? I don't know if they're still doing that. It was a number line, and it's a horizontal line with all these dashes and some numbers on it. And somehow you do all your math by bouncing around on this line.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, well, why don't you just? And I showed him how I was taught. I don't remember what kind of problem it was, but I was like, why don't you just do this? And he's like, you can do that? I'm like, yeah. And then why don't they teach this in school? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know why they're teaching you what they're teaching you.
Yeah. Why are they doing that?
I don't know, but he was really surprised. He's like, why don't they teach this in school? This is a lot easier. I can't remember what, I mean, it wasn't anything more complicated than like division.
Right. I don't know. But it's like that really, I've thought those thoughts before, but doing homework with Max the other night, I was like, what's going on here? Why
Yeah.
are we doing this? What's the goal?
Yeah.
Of taking 3 steps and turning it into 15.
And there's also homework I've seen where they just have to be close to the right answer for math. I'm like, no, that's not a right answer. It's not even, no.
I never heard of that.
Yeah. They just had to be close.
Out here, they don't, Gracie doesn't have like homework per se. It's her homework is reading a book. She has to read.
Well, she probably gets
15
all her
minutes.
work done.
Well, I mean, no, I mean, they do it all in the class in school. Her homework is to go home and read books. That's it.
That's good.
You know,
Well,
Max
Well,
only has
that was-
homework because he didn't.
I mean,
get
honestly, that was like my downfall. Really, was I would never do homework. I just wouldn't do it.
right?
Any big assignment, essays, or stories or book reports. I'd wait till grade card was about to come out, and I'd ask for extra credit and just do some extra credit.
I don't know. It's scary. It's not scary because there's no point in being scary. Nothing is scary, but it's like concerning. That's the word I need. It's concerning.
Well, they just want stupid people. That's all. That's the only excuse. They just want stupid people.
Yeah.
Oh, was it
George Carlin.
Carlin? George Carlin. He goes, they don't want you smart. They want you just smart enough that you don't question anything.
They want you smart enough to take instruction.
Well, he said Well, he said you're small enough to push the buttons, but not smart enough to ask questions.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
And if you're smart enough, then they want you to be not brave enough.
Yeah,
Right.
got to be afraid of the system.
Yeah.
They have
Fear
some threats
is
for you.
The
fear
system's no
is
good
a
if people aren't afraid of it.
major tool in all of this. I don't know.
I
I don't
mean, it
know.
is the Project Bluebeam. They're it's a situation where they're going to do what they're going to do. We can sit here and we can
Maybe
debate
they'll
it.
just cause another big flood and wipe most of us out,
Right.
and then we can.
Are
just
you gonna?
continue.
Okay, let me ask you guys this. No judgment. Okay,
Okay.
shit goes down like they say. Do you comply?
Depend. It depends. Because I mean, the government's
Yeah.
not always right, and we the people have the right to form a new government when we have no longer works.
So
That's it.
will we?
Yeah. Well,
Well,
if they stop
yeah,
you,
bunch
if
of
they
people
stop
organize
you,
to do that.
yeah, if they stop you, then you're a seditionist and a traitor. But if they don't, then we're basically like our founding fathers. So, I mean, they were all traitors to the crown.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
It's just we have that right, but if we fail, we gotta, there's serious consequences.
What is it? A lawyer told me one time, if you're gonna go kill the king, you better
Yeah,
make sure you
yeah,
kill
you
the
don't
king.
miss. You don't miss. Yeah.
I don't plan on complying to anybody. I'll just say it here on
Well,
YouTube.
it depends on what it is. I don't know. I
I'm
mean,
done.
in some situations, I would be done, and in some situations, I would be like, I don't know. I mean, it's just how much personal tolerance, I guess. It's what we tolerate.
I have to take in the welfare of my wife and my kid.
Well,
I mean,
I found out by reading about it that I guess I've pretty much always been like an objectivist. For I think, and Tom will agree with this first part immediately. I think about myself first, and then it goes from there. Like I have to be in a good place to help the people around me. So
Mhm.
if I'm not in a good place, I'm not good to my family. So I have to be good help for my family so they can succeed. And then from there,
Right.
once I'm good there, then I can move out to my friends and
Mhm.
things like that. But when it comes to a stranger or somebody I don't know, I care very little. But
Right.
the people I know and get involved with and things, it radiates out for me and what I can do. So
I mean,
and also like if bad things start coming in that way, then that affects my tolerance real quick.
right. I have to agree with JC on that one. You have to. I mean, you have to take care of yourself, and then and once you got everybody else stabilized, then you can help other people.
Yeah.
If you have the capabilities to.
Because if you don't have if you're not in a position to help other people, you need to get yourself in that position.
Right.
So I mean, you have to think. Everyone should be thinking about themselves first, and then be in the best position they can, so they can be useful to the people they care about.
Hmm. I don't know. It's depressing. It's depressing
Yeah.
to think about. I tell you, it's no wonder I deal with so many depressed people, so many people that are just
it's all
they feel
designed to make us like exhausted mentally and physically.
yes, yeah,
we
you're
work,
right.
We work ourselves half to death. We
Mhm.
stress over everything. They make sure we stress about finances and
Oh, money! Did you see the TikTok where the pork steaks were $99 a pound?
oh no.
Yeah, Food Lion.
I saw meat at Price Chopper for $38 a pound. I was like, what in the hell?
Yeah.
I was like, no thanks. I'm not gonna promote that by buying any of it.
Yep. It's going to get worse before it gets better, whatever the project is.
Well,
Exactly.
it gets me. The beef is so high. I don't see less cows now than I have ever. There's still the same amount of cows in the same amount of places.
I was told that we send our beef to China, China butchered it and sent it back. Don't ask me the thought process on that.
We got butchers like they butcher in our grocery store.
Actually, Chinese nationals or something of that nature has bought up a lot of land. I know in
Yeah.
Missouri it's kind of a hot topic.
And that's a scary thing because they bought up farmland. So I mean that controls resources. That
Right.
Yeah, in fact, this
why are we
governor's
allowing?
supposed to get rid of that.
Why would we sell our land to a foreign country? That seems unconstitutional to me because, like, I thought we weren't supposed to give our land to other countries. I thought that was just given.
We're not actually selling it to another country. We're selling it to an individual
Company
who
or
has
something.
made a deal with that
Are
country.
you telling me international businessmen from China aren't members of the Communist Party?
Well, I'm just saying, if the sale goes to an individual, not to communist China.
It's not like you're writing a check
That's
to China.
Well, yeah, that's a crappy workaround. I mean, everybody knows everybody in China is
True.
communist.
Well, the thing is, it comes down to greed too. People are like, well, am I going to pass up, X amount of money? If they're going to pay a lot of money for the land isn't worth that much and they're going to pay over it, then they're going to take the money. Who wouldn't?
It depends. I mean, I wouldn't sell
I'm
anything.
just saying, what I'm saying though, if you own that land and you are basically in a bad way, if you're a farmer, you don't have very much money from the get-go.
Mhm.
Okay. And then they come in there, they offer you money for your land that might be 3 to 4 times more than what it's
Well,
worth.
you could sell it to like the county or someplace.
You can lot it off to people to build houses on.
Yeah. You don't have to sell it to
5-acre lots. That's what they do up
I'm
here.
I'm just saying, I could see.
I think we should just take it back, give them a minimum amount, take them and repossess the land and tell them, sorry, Charlie. I think we should just recover our land from foreign all foreign owners.
That's what this government
repossess the land and give them $400.
Yeah, maybe 700, maybe 700, because that's a good deal. Apparently, that replaces everything you own in your house.
I wonder if Project Bluebeam goes down and the new plague and all that. Wonder if we'll be getting those stimmy checks.
Yeah, here's your plague check. Sorry about your luck. Don't spend it all in one place. It's $50.
Them good old stimmy checks.
And despite the plague, you need to work till you're 70
Sorry
years
about your
old.
plague, the government. Here's your $50 check. Hope you feel better.
It's just insane, isn't it? It's just absolutely ludicrous.
China stole my information from the government a long time ago, and I got a letter from the government that said they would cover me if anything bad was done with my information for up to $5,000. I was like, wow, thanks. Don't go out of your way. I was like, the government can't protect my information, and they're like, well, hopefully the commies won't do anything bad with it.
It's too much, man. I'm telling you. What are we going to talk about next week, Tom? Do we know?
I don't know. Well, here's some ideas. How about we talk about Edgar Casey?
Hey, you know what? There's a new movie or something that just went out. I don't know if I'll be able to watch that.
Oh, yeah.
What's it on?
I don't know. I was saying, talk about Edgar Casey. He went on about a movie.
Oh, no. I'm thinking. I'm thinking of Ed Gain. I'm thinking of Ed Gain.
Oh, Ed Gein.
That's similar in sound to Edgar Casey.
That's like on the spectrum. That is
behaviorally, they're not similar in any way.
Billions of light years apart. Good Lord. Ed Gein and the guy who took a nap and had these predictions, and the guy who's got a chainsaw and he's cutting people up there because he wants to make a little special hat for himself.
People get bored. They live out by themselves for a while. They they entertain themselves some way, Tom. They might as well treat themselves as a tourist.
Listen,
I did a tour.
There's dementia in our family. Just anyway. Yeah, that sounds good.
We could do Edgar Casey, or we could talk about, I don't know, Hyperborea. That's something that's kind of.
You're going to have to send me that.
That sounds like the new plague.
What's that?
That sounds like it might be the new plague.
Hyperborea.
The new
Yes.
plague.
Or the Hyperboreas were like is from like Greek mythology and
Yeah.
like this place. But I don't know. I mean,
Okay.
I would say we would probably have more things to talk about with Edgar Casey. I think we all three know who he is.
Yeah. Yeah. I certainly do.
I mean, I know JC does.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I know you do.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
do. I would like to get some of his stuff and read a lot more
Yeah,
of his
that's what I'd
stuff.
like to see what his predictions are for right now because I'd like to actually read his work and not watch a, TikTok telling me what it is, maybe.
I wouldn't mind getting up there and maybe something from Nostradamus, see what quatrains come from
You'd bought me
Nostradamus.
that book. You'd bought me that book and it was I loved it. And that dumb chihuahua tore it up.
Now,
I
Tom,
know.
that guy is my least favorite prophet.
I know.
Nostradamus, really?
Nostradamus.
Blasphemer. Why do you say that?
I just can't stand the way he did things. It's like his work in particular. There's other people that is just like kind of the same or whatever. But his is so vague, you can apply it year after year after year until you're right.
I mean,
Yeah,
it is cryptic. I mean, he put things in quatrains. I think that might have just been done because of the time he was alive.
I think that he was trying to predict Roscoe P. Coltrane and he misspelled it.
Well, listen to me. What I'm saying is, I think it's because of the time. If you know the time that he was alive, and the church was a really kind of a big deal. The Catholic Church was kind of like in power, just like the kings and queens.
I think it was his grifts because he got in trouble and that's how he kept himself in good.
No, I see what you're saying. He was just trying to camouflage his work.
Yeah.
He had work, but he camouflaged it so that way he wouldn't get caught and like, oh, he's talking nonsense. He's not saying, hey, on this date and this time, the cows are going to take a crap at the same time and release a lot of methane into the thing. It's going to destroy the ozone layer. We're all going to die.
So someone named Al Gore will be in charge of the whole thing.
Yeah, Al Gore will tell you. You'll see. He'll be born in a few hundred years.
Exactly.
But I'm just saying, he couldn't just write out and say what he was predicting. He had to make it be cryptic so that way he wouldn't.
Well, there is a little bit there where he like almost predicted Hitler's name, and he was kind of close on a lot of that stuff.
Well,
Yeah.
that and they was it because he called it Hister, but he said being by the Danube, which is if I'm not mistaken, that's in Germany or Austria or something like that. The Danube.
He was in the ballpark on Hitler.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk about him too. Then.
Yeah, we can talk about Nostradamus.
Check out Dolores Cannon too.
Why don't we do it like this? Let's just do it like this. We're going to talk about prophets, and we'll just talk about prophets that we back up or whatever,
or just learn about them.
Yeah,
perfect.
We can talk about the past prophets, and modern day prophets.
Perfect. So next week is prophets.
And we're talking about Project Bluebeam. We've talked about religion and everything, and we've talked about revelations. We've talked about coming in here. Who do you think will be the two prophets that show up in Jerusalem? When you're talking about JC, they're talking about the two prophets. I think it might be Enoch and Elijah.
I think it's probably going to be Joe Rogan and Alex Jones.
Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp.
Yeah, I'm just saying, in the Bible, what did I say? Elijah and Enoch, both of them, they don't die.
Yeah,
they go up to heaven.
It doesn't say they don't die; they just went up and didn't come back.
Yeah, they went up and didn't come back.
They might have dissected
so
them.
It is assumed that they are still living. They were taking.
I think Enoch is supposed to come back.
Enoch. I mean, now I've also heard of Enoch was supposed to also be called Metatron, and he has ascended as the scribe of God.
Well, he got a lucrative movie career now. What is he on, number 5 or 6 or something?
Enoch.
Metatron.
Well,
All right. Say goodnight, Tommy.
good night, Tommy.
Say goodnight, JC.
Good night.
Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe and check us out next week because we're going to talk
Alrighty.
about profits and all kinds of stuff.